Have you ever tried to predict the future? I think almost everyone does this practically every day. It does say someone somewhere is arguing with someone else. I'm sure it will be this way, while another says, no, I'm sure it will be that way. Throughout human history, people have tried to predict the future. People argue among themselves, trying to prove their point to others, and so on. There has always been that element where, let's say, excitement is involved. There's a desire to predict something, and that's why nowadays a new trend is gaining a lot of popularity, the prediction market, specifically poly market. Right now, it's the largest prediction market. Next comes Calci. And just recently, a new prediction market called POTS market has entered the scene. Welcome friends to my channel Kaizen Network. Today we will be talking about a new prediction market from Asia called POTS market. And this prediction market has just launched. It started on May 28th, so it's only been on the market for a short time, but even in this brief period, it has already shown quite good results. This prediction market, that is. It is built with the help of Polymarket, meaning it is an official partner and operates using event API keys. Polymarket, let me put it this way, Polymarket has one particular feature. The feature is that it is more focused on events happening in Europe and also covers the USA, but it does not cover Asia in any way. And we all know very well that Asians in general are quite fond of gambling. And the largest part of the world's population is located in Asia. Just take China, India, and Indonesia, for example. That's already half the planet right there. Accordingly, POTS market has set itself the goal of becoming #1 in Asia, not in the world, but specifically in Asia. And the creators and developers of this product are directly from Hong Kong, Malaysia, and Singapore. Accordingly, let's touch a bit again on Polymarket, since Postmarket is its official partner. And if we look at the entire time Polymarket and all its builders have been operating, Postmarket in just a month and a half has already reached 28th place. If we take the current month, that's over 14 days because this data is updated regularly. Postmarket is in 14th place with a turnover of 7.2 million already. If we look at the weekly figure, how much do we get? 859,000 rubles. The week has just started. It's Tuesday and we're already in 14th place. This shows that this prediction market is already gaining popularity and picking up momentum. For example, if we look at the leaderboard, there are already almost 6,000 active users who are using this product, and the turnover has already reached 21 million. In fact, it's even a bit more. Pay attention, this is on the actual prediction market. You see the letter PER here. This means that these people are from the DeFi protocol POTS Money. So let me remind you that the POTS project is a collaboration between a DeFi protocol and a prediction market. In other words, this is the first company in the world to combine decentralized finance with the prediction market. Why such a mix? In order to boost POTS market, the prediction market, and become #1 in Asia, they need people, they need traffic. And it is precisely thanks to the DeFi protocol that they generate this traffic and direct it to POTS market, because people have always been searching. People will continue to look for various ways to earn money online with cryptocurrency and will get involved in affiliate programs. It is exactly the DeFi protocol, and POTS market provides just that. This is a great DeFi protocol that has clean smart contracts and is as advanced as possible. Its rating on Certic holds top positions among all DeFi protocols in the world. So if you haven't watched the previous videos, be sure to check them out. You'll be able to understand the essence. In future videos, we will also go over the white paper, but today we will be talking specifically about the prediction market. You know, in general, I've always avoided various, let's say, projects or directions or products that are in some way connected to gambling. But I think Polymarket has changed everything. Because here, what's the difference, let's say, between the prediction market and a bookmaker? The difference is that with a bookmaker, you play against the bookmaker. The bookmaker is interested in you losing because that's how they make money. A prediction market can also be called an information exchange. It's a place where people compete against each other with information. For example, right now the World Cup is taking place. And who's playing today? France is playing against Spain. And people are making predictions about who, let's say tomorrow, not tomorrow. Tomorrow is the 15th. England, Argentina, they're making predictions about who, let's say, will win. And these are different people, meaning they are competing with each other using this information. And for the platform, essentially, it doesn't matter who wins or loses. The platform takes its commission. That's why prediction markets have become so popular. If we take Polymarket, at first it had turnovers in the millions, then billions, and now it's already in the hundreds of billions of dollars. And this is an industry that is moving into the trillion-dollar niche. And you know, the current state of the prediction market reminds me a lot of how it was with stock exchanges back in the day, because a long time ago, when the first exchanges appeared, no one believed in them, no one was involved with them. and just look at where exchanges are now and how many of them there are. And those early veterans who took that niche are doing very well now. And the people who participated in the development of these areas made good money. So Pods Market is a new prediction market whose goal, once again, is to become number one in Asia. And you can earn money by promoting this product. And of course, by using it yourself. By using the products themselves, you can also earn money there. Prediction markets are simpler than trading. For example, let's take 1,000 people, and out of those 1,000 people, how many people can actually trade? It's difficult. You need to be stress resistant, learn a lot, and have a ton of knowledge. And out of 1,000, at most 3 or 4 people can actually trade. So by giving them the prediction market, it's much easier to teach them how to do this, because in order to, let's say, trade on, by using this product, you just need to look at where the rating is higher, where the probability is greater that you are a thorough team. There are people who watch TV, talk to others, know something, and they compete with each other using this information. So we look at where the range is greater, and that's where we make our prediction. For example, right now, I'm not really a football fan, but my brother is a fan of Spain. So even if I were rooting for someone, I would make my prediction for Spain. But we see that the probability is higher for France. So here, for example, we want to place a bet. Let's see, where is it? We need to set the market. Unfortunately, Russian isn't available yet, but soon there will be other languages, and it will be much more convenient. So I'm placing a prediction that today France will beat Spain, and I'm connected right now. Since this is Web3, it's DeFi, I need to confirm this prediction in my wallet. You can use any wallet to interact, whether it's MetaMask, Trust Wallet, Token Pocket, absolutely any Web3 wallet you prefer. So I'm buying a prediction that France will win today because the probability is higher than for Spain. So for example, if I wanted to bet that Spain would win, let's say I want to place a $16 bet on Spain at odds of 5. But since I bet on France, let's just see what happens. So I've made my prediction. Let's go straight to my portfolio. And here it is displayed, showing that France will win today. And here's another really cool thing, by the way. In prediction markets themselves, you can actually sell your prediction early. For example, let's say you were supposed to lose 5. Like I placed a $10 bet on France to win. Right now, I can lock in a loss of just 18 cents. So you don't even have to wait until the end of the match to lock in some profit or, on the contrary, a smaller loss, because if you bet with a bookmaker, that's it. You either win or lose. You can't control it, but prediction markets give you more flexibility, more opportunities. For example, right now I have 4 predictions open. That France will win today, that Argentina will win the World Cup, that Argentina will win tomorrow in principle, and that Lionel Messi will become the top goal scorer of the year. I see that so far the probability of these events is decreasing. So are there various events on the prediction market? There's the World Cup, there are various crypto-related events, there are sports like the NBA and UFC, LNN, Chelsea, UFC. So there's a lot of different things. There are various political events from the financial world, technology and geopolitics. And here, more and more different events will constantly be added. For example, the simplest and most popular one is Bitcoin. Let's pick a 5-minute interval and predict whether Bitcoin will go up or down in the next 5 minutes. For example, I think it will go up. So again, I select the market, I think it will go up, and I place a $5 bet. I'm betting on my prediction that it will go up. If it goes up, I make money. If it goes down, those who bet on it going down will make money. So there are just 2 minutes left until the result, let's say. Let's check. Oh, it didn't place the bet. I actually don't have enough money. Almost all of it is gone, so it didn't go through. You see, I need to try placing the bet again, but it's not available here. Okay, I have $81 available, so in principle, I can try again. Basically. Again, using the prediction market itself is not difficult. So let's confirm it on the phone. I agree, it's done. As you can see, in 2 minutes, 1 minute and 48 seconds, we'll find out whether it works out for me or not. For now, let's say I'm at minus 33. Again, I can sell this prediction early and, so to speak, manage the risk I'm taking by opening this particular trade. That is, in principle, even traders from centralized exchanges are now starting to move over to prediction markets because all the crypto is here, and in fact, it's the same trading, also with candlesticks. Moreover, soon both on Polymarket and Postmarket leverage will be added, so you'll be able to trade fully. Why are people moving to prediction markets? Because centralized exchanges still have centralized management and there are more risks there. Basically, when a person first enters the cryptocurrency industry, all their experience starts with CX products because they're much easier to understand and learn. But when a person already gains, let's say, some knowledge and experience, they want more security, they want decentralization, which is why many traders, many partners and users start using prediction markets, because everything that exists on CX exchanges is also here and will be here. Again, this is a new trend, and this trend will keep hyping for a long time. And this is a future trillion-dollar industry, so everyone wants to get involved in this industry at its early stage of development. If we're talking about the Platts market, of course, there is also a partnership program here, meaning you can focus on developing the product itself. So yes, they are interconnected. Spots Money will provide DF protocols and the submarket. For example, you build a team in Pass Money, and if your people register using the same wallet in the submarket, they are linked to you. If your people start using the product, you receive commissions for, let's say, all so-called trades and predictions. But here's an important point. Look, it turned out that I will get 62% profit in literally 2 minutes, meaning I put in 5 and get 6, or I put in 10 and get $16. So in principle, it's very interesting. Again, for people who are traders, you need to keep an eye on this and be involved. The most comfortable strategy is the best one. For example, they set it for themselves for 4 hours of wick or even just an hour of wick, and you more or less have an idea of where it's going to go. And at that moment, while the price is moving, it will keep going anyway, up then down, up then down. And at any moment, you can see how much profit you've locked in and, let's say, sell early without waiting for the final result that will come in 4 hours. Later in separate videos, I'll also try out these kinds of strategies because the product has just launched. It's new for me too. So for now, I'm just playing around with $5 or $10. I'm practicing, experimenting. So I deposited $100 here, and I want to try to grow it from $100 to $1,000. That's why I'll be demonstrating this as well. So moving on. Let's get back to our affiliate program. If your people are already on Pod Money and they use the same wallet to register on PodMarquee, then this person is under you. And for generating turnover, you can earn high commissions, you can receive various rewards. And most importantly, very soon after the end of the World Championship, the developers of PodMarquee will be adding a subscription system. And in this subscription system, of course, the developers themselves will be earning as well. Naturally, there are earnings, product turnover is generated, and when there is product turnover, the developers also profit from it. Plus, 30% of the earnings go into the liquidity of the token, and another 30% of the earnings go into the liquidity of the POTCI token. And accordingly, this is a big advantage. The product itself develops and earns money. Liquidity is added to the DeFi and protocol, and importantly, part of the subscription funds will be distributed through the affiliate program. For now, we don't have any information. What is this affiliate program and how will it all work? But again, when this launches, we will do a review, we will study everything, watch, test, verify, and so on. But I do know that copy trading and iBot will be included, and there will be one more tool. So out of 3 tools, a person will get access to one with a single subscription. The subscription will be either annual or monthly. Again, there isn't much information about this yet. Let's go over the interface a little bit. So once again, there aren't that many languages available at the moment. Right now, it's mainly English. By the way, they've added Spanish, English, Spanish again, something like Korean, Chinese, Japanese, and some other language I'm not sure about. They will be adding Russian and other languages too, so there will be many different languages available. Let's switch back to English. That's more comfortable for us. That's what we understand. As I already mentioned, there are various events here, whether it's the World Championship, crypto sports, politics, and so on. For example, let's go to the portfolio section. As you can see, I can now lock in my profit with just one click. Now I just need to confirm it in my wallet on my phone. So it's not like with a bookmaker, for example, where you play against the bookmaker and if you win, they might not pay out your winnings. Or they might even block your account. The bookmaker is interested in you losing. In the prediction market, that's not the case. Whether you win or lose, you receive your reward. That's why it's very interesting. It's really cool. After all, it's about decentralization, transparency, and security. And everything works automatically. I just had to process all the transactions myself right now. I made 61% out of nowhere in just 2 minutes. What's bad about that? Yes, again, I boosted my deposits up to $200, but I tried different experiments there and lowered it a bit. Right now I have $114 gradually. Later, I'll also be broadcasting this portfolio. I'll be studying, practicing, learning, and of course, we'll be testing the subscription. So in the portfolio, you can see how much money you have, how much available funds you have. Because I have 114 and Lastun has 87, since there are also funds tied up in forecasts, they're occupied. You can look at the history. If you see there are wins, there are losses, there are wins again. And I also made new forecasts. Paraguay lost. then another loss, but there are wins too. I was experimenting here, placing bets on both sides. Let's say we're practicing, moving on. If we want to make a deposit, you can choose here and here as well. In other words, any currency that's available here and any blockchain that's available here. In general, I'll say this, the platform is based on Polygon, but you can also choose another currency directly and it will be exchanged via a bridge. It's very convenient. You can top up your wallet directly and instantly with whatever you need. Next, in the profile section, you can view information about your profile, the total trading turnover you've generated, and in the leaderboard, you can see the biggest winners. The total product turnover, the number of users, and again, here are the user accounts that don't have a letter P. This means that these people came solely for the product and aren't even in the DeFi protocol. For example, here are the biggest wins. And here someone predicted that Bitcoin would not go below $14,000 and received $1,200. There was also someone before who placed a bet. Let's say, here it is, $1,886,000 and won $180,000. Again, this was on the price movement of Bitcoin itself. For example, over all time, I am in 1,426th place and slightly in the negative. But there has already been some turnover, more or less, meaning the project itself, the product is just starting to develop. Again, if we look at our CIS community, only a few people are using it so far because many still don't know how to use it. And that's exactly the purpose of this video, to show how the product itself works, like how to open a particular prediction, basically. We've already opened two with you, meaning our team has a training system in place. There are presentations of the DeFi protocol itself, as well as the prediction market, and technical workshops are held. Because again, if a newcomer has just entered the crypto industry, all of this will be very difficult for them and it takes time to learn and figure things out. And that's exactly what our system is for. In our team, a person can acquire the necessary knowledge. That is, again, when you join any kind of direction, whether it's DeFi or centralized and so on, is the responsibility of every partner. Before joining, to thoroughly study all the information, to weigh, as they say, all the pros and cons, what risks there are, what opportunities and what potential exists. And of course, no matter how confident you are in something, never use credit or borrowed funds. Always use free funds, money you are prepared to lose, or funds you won't feel the loss of if you do lose them. Because, for example, if we take, again, the prediction market, yes, it's not exactly because with futures you can control your deposit and your trade a bit more easily. But at the same time, if you don't keep an eye on it, you could lose your entire prediction or you could win. Again, there are risks here as well. Even if we're talking about DeFi and protocols, it's the same thing. Yes, we have them. Thanks to the fact that the developers of this project, of this product, have created a great technical foundation, received a 2A rating from Certic, various audits, both independent and dependent and so on. All of this can be checked on the blockchain. This is what I like here. You don't need to trust information. You need to trust the proofs on the blockchain. So if you receive some information from someone, you can just go to the blockchain and check everything that's there. They say it's there and you can verify it. This project in the DeFi protocol has $14 million in liquidity. You go in, check the arbitrator, the contract. How much do we have here? Yes, there are $621,000 here because there are also IBS tokens. You go in and, for example, check the liquidity pool. Here it shows 10.7. Here it displays 21. Well, why is that? Because besides USDT, there are also IBS tokens here. And that's why it's kind of summed up. So here it is, 10,842. There really is that much liquidity. So absolutely all the information that is announced, you can verify it yourself. So there are 16 smart contracts operating here. And you can feed all these contracts to a neural network and study them using the neural network. Again, you shouldn't throw everything in at once because the neural network won't give you the correct answer. In other words, you need to know how to work with neural networks. If you ask a dumb question, you'll get a dumb answer. If you ask the right question, you'll get the right answer. So you need to know how to use this. That's why, friends, keep an eye on the channel. I will be making various video reviews on this DeFi protocol and on the prediction market. We will be learning, testing products and subscriptions that will be added here. And we will be exploring this area. If you still have questions or want to get a personal consultation, then follow the contacts below. In the description, contact me. We'll arrange a call and I'll explain and tell you everything. If you want to do all this on your own, then use all the information that is available. You can open both the DeFi protocol and the prediction market, study all the technical documentation, all the blockchain metrics, Certic, Ava, and many others. And of course, in the next videos, I'll do a big review specifically on the white paper because many people don't read it or are just too lazy. So we'll go through all the points together. It will be useful for me as well, and I think for you too. So leave comments, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and see you next time. Bye-bye.